Dear students, in the last video we have discussed the various transactions that may take place with the banking organization, and in that we discussed certain journal entry which would probably come while dealing with the bank, either depositing or withdrawing money, things like that. Today in this class, let us discuss the same banking transaction with some example. Let us make it very clear and strong. Journalize the following. Commenced business with the cash rupees 2,50,000 on May 1st, 2020. On May 2nd, bank account opened with 1 lakh rupees. On May 3rd, purchased office furniture by check rupees 20,000. On May 4th, purchased goods from Arun for 1 lakh rupees. On May 5th, purchased goods by check for 10,000 rupees. On 7th May, cash withdrew from bank for office use 2,000 rupees. On May 9th, sold goods for cash 14,000. On May 10th, goods returned to Arun for 500 rupees. On 11th, sold goods to Vinod and check received for 1,25,000. On May 20th, deposited check for collection. On May 22nd, sold goods to Sharma and received check directly to our bank account 25,000 rupees. On 23rd, withdraw cash from bank for personal use 5,000 rupees. On 24th, bank charges rupees 150. On 25th May, bank interest received rupees 750. On 27th, Vinod's check dishonored. On 30th, salary paid by check rupees 3,000. The first transaction is commenced business with the cash rupees 2,50,000 on May 1st, 2020. So what will be the journal entry? Cash account debtor to capital account. Cash account debtor to capital account, that is 2,50,000. 2,50,000. Now the second transaction is, so bank account debtor to cash account. Amount 1 lakh. Amount is 1 lakh. Now the third transaction is purchased office furniture. So here debit what comes in? Furniture comes in. So it is asset comes in. So that we have to debit the asset. Furniture account debtor. Furniture account debtor to cash value 2,000. The fourth transaction, that is on 4th May, purchased the goods from Arun. So the journal entry is purchases account debtor to Arun account. The next transaction is purchased through check. So purchases account debtor to bank account. Here what comes in? Goods comes in, so that purchases account debtor to credit what goes out. Check given, so that the money will give from the or goes out from the bank. So purchase account debtor to bank account. Cash drawn from bank for office use. So cash comes in from the bank. So cash account debtor to bank. Value, it is 2,000. Cash withdrawn from bank 2,000. The next is on 9th of May. Sold goods for cash. So cash comes in, cash account debtor to sales account. Amount of sales is 14,000. 14. 14,000. Next is on 10th. goods returned to Arun. So Arun's account debtor to purchases returned. So we have purchased goods from Arun for rupees 1 lakh, of which 500 rupees, of which goods worth rupees 500 returned because of deteriorated quality. Next is on 11th, sold goods to Vinod and received a check. Sold goods to Vinod and received a check. So, check received should be treated as cash received, so that cash account debtor to sales account. Value 1,25,000. The next transaction is Vinod's check deposited into bank for collection. So check goes out to the bank. So the journal entry is bank account debtor to cash account. When we got check, we wrote cash account debtor to Vinod's account. Now that check we given to the bank for encashing, so that the journal entry debit the receiver and credit what goes out. The banker is the receiver and the check is going out, so that the journal entry is bank account debtor to cash account to the extent of 1,25,000. Next is on 22nd, sold goods to Sharma and received check directly to our bank for 25,000. Bank to be debited, bank account debtor to sales account to the extent of 25,000. Now, next, withdraw cash from bank for personal use. So the date is on 23rd, withdraw for personal use. So that will be drawings account, debtor to bank. It is drawn from bank account, so that drawings account debtor to bank account amount 5,000. Now, the next transaction on 24th, bank charges. So for bank charges, debit all expenses. Bank charges account debtor to bank account. Amount 150. Next is on 25th, bank interest received 750. So amount received from bank. So bank account debit the receiver. Bank account debtor to bank interest, because bank interest is an income. The rule, bank interest is an income, so that it to be credited to the extent of 750. We have got intimation from the bank stating that Vinod's check dishonored. So we have to pass journal entry. Date is on 27th. So we have to reinitiate Vinod's account. Vinod account debtor to bank account. Actually, what is the value of transaction with Vinod? 1,25,000. So 1,25,000 check got dishonored. So this is the journal entry for dishonoring Vinod's account debtor to bank account. And finally, the last transaction is on 30th, salary paid by check. Salary is an expense, so that it to be debited. Salary account debtor to bank account, because of the reason that it is paid through check, value 3,000 rupees. What we have tried here is, we tried to interpret the double entry rules, the three rules that we adopted, and we tried to interpret it. So my dear friends, please watch the previous video also, so that it was clearly mentioned about the banking transactions and various transactions that we dealt with the banks and its implication. Hope this video is useful to you. Please watch it, share it, as well as subscribe it, and give your comments in the comment box so that we can improve. Thank you very much.